Welcome back, everybody, to Unit Standard 114912. I'm going to share my screen with you here. This is the summative assignment that you need to complete and submit for your qualification. Rion will be dealing with you on collecting. I'm just going to minimize these things here so we can see what's going on. Let us go now to the learner summative assignment. So here's the summative assignment now that you'll need to complete in your handwriting, please, and in black pen. Don't use Tipex, the CETA don't allow it, but we're dealing with maintain a safe and secure wholesale and retail environment, unit standard number 114912. It's worth 10 credits. Let's dive straight into it then to give you some assistance on how to complete this. Don't forget to put your name in here and your ID number there. Okay. Where else are we going here? There's some instructions to you as the learner. Please read those instructions. You do have the right to appeal decisions if you have and you'll need to email award. That's us. We haven't had a problem with that before. There's the assessment plan. We have knowledge questions and observation checklists. If you have any special needs, you can list them there. Otherwise, just sign here and put the date that you're completing this document. And that's really, we will sign on our side here. I will sign there. So the first question is, in your organization, identify at least 4 risk areas and explain precautionary measures taken. Okay, so let's have a look on the learner guide. Let's go and look at the word risk. So to get some sort of idea. Okay. Let's go here a bit more. Okay, so there's some possible risk areas here. Slippery floors, electrical equipment, vacuum cleaners and polishers. Employees can trip over them, and buckets and mops can be a hazard or a risk area as well. So that's just on cleaning. What would you do to stop it? Have the appropriate sign language. You see the sign language here, okay? A possible risk is unpacking stock. So you would don't have small children here where stock might be. Okay, there's the precautionary areas. So use this area of the learner guide to help you to answer that first question here. You need at least to find 4 of them, and don't forget to explain what precautionary measures. Are you putting signs up? Are you putting a carpet over the cable? What are you doing to prevent that or prevent that risk from taking place? Okay, list below areas in your organization which are secured from unauthorized access. So let's just go and have a look at the word unauthorized access. F-U-N-A-T-H-O-R-O-U-R maybe. No, unauth. Oh, let me just go and get the right word here. Sorry, I can't really spell today. Let's go and get that. Unauthorized. It's like that. Okay, let's do that. See there? I bring that into here, Control F and V that. Let's go and see here. Let's just maybe. Okay, you can actually we can even simply think about them here. What is unauthorized? You can't go into the offices or the admin offices. You can't go into the stock area. Unauthorized access, other unauthorized areas where you might also consider. Let's just go and try and find a few more. Let's see a few more. Oh, no, not that. Securing areas. So like things like, here they are here, administration offices, the cash offices, the receiving areas or stock rooms. These are areas which would require authorization, and you may be prevented from going, or people are prevented from going there. Okay. List at least 3 products in your store which are potentially hazardous. What did you say? It might be paraffin. It could be gas. It could be, well, petrol certainly is a hazardous material. Oil is a hazardous material. So there's 3 already that you could just list and put together. What is the procedure in your organization when identifying shoplifting? Let's go and have a look at the procedure here. SHOPLIFTING, shoplifting. I'm on the wrong document. Let's go here. F, shoplifting here. Okay, let's see the procedure. Let's just maybe reread the question. What is the procedure when identifying? Okay. Let's just see. There we go. Never arrest the suspect. Make absolutely sure that the shop has actually shoplifted the product. Always alert the security manager and follow your company procedures. Okay, so there's the answer to that question there. Excuse me. Make a list of safety equipment in your store. We just need 4. Firefighting equipment. Let's just go to safety equipment chat and you can just get them there. Not that one again. The document has changed. SAFTEY. Safety equipment. Okay, there it is there. So safety equipment, there's emergency signage. Let's just go to safety equipment here. Safety equipment would be things like safety. There we go. That's the actual high voltage safety equipment. No, let's just try and get the safety equipment for you. Equipment. So safety equipment might be firefighting, fire extinguishers, fire hose. Let's just try and see if we get any more results. Location of safety equipment. That's the location. Types of safety equipment. There we go. There's the answer there. So you've got fire extinguishers, you've got fire alarms, you've got fire blankets. That's safety equipment. Fire sprinklers. So you would just use on your answers here, just list 4 of them and that you'll get the answers for that question there. Let's have a look at a medical emergency. Let's go and find out what the procedure is. Okay, this is your organization, but let's find out the standard procedure is. Let's see. Medical. Let's just go with medical. No, there aren't any things. Let's see if we're searching here. Let's try and see if we can get something here. No, let's try here. Okay, so you would want to use this. The medical emergency, people must coordinate with each other, cooperate with each other. Okay, panic must be avoided as it leads to injuries. Some individuals may need to be calm during a traumatic event. Okay, so there's the kind of emergency situations, what you would do, how you would handle it. That's the kind of thing that's asked there. And if you've got a procedure specifically at your organization, you're more than welcome to list that as well. That would be perfectly fine. Let's see what the next question is here. So we're really looking for your organization. But we try and understand what it is. These are safety signs here. You could look these up on the learner guide and you'll easily be able to identify these. Let's go and see where they are. Okay, so there are the signs here. Use these signs to identify what the summative assignment is actually asking you to look for here. So you'll be able to match them. That's an exit sign. You can use the description from the learner guide, and there it is there. Okay, so it's an exit location. Right, so that's fairly simple to do. All right, so you'll be able to identify each of those. Explain the evacuation procedure at your store. So let's see if what is your evacuation procedure at your particular fuel retailer. So, and be sure to state where the assembly point is. It on the farther side of the forecourt, on the right-hand side? Where is it? So what is the evacuation procedure at your store? Let's see what a standard operating evacuation procedure might be. Let's see. No matches there. Let's go for procedure. No matches there. So, okay, let's just answer it straight out of your own thing. Find out what is your evacuation procedure. Do you sound the alarm? Do the supervisors get advised? Are people assembled at the assembly point? People must remain calm. What is the procedure at your organization or your fuel retailer? Define the aim of the occupational health and safety legislation. Let's go and see if we can find information there. Let's see if we can find it. Maybe I'll search for the word OH, occupational, OCCUPATIONAL, occupational. There we go. The Occupational Health and Safety Act requires that these numbers be made visible at the front entrance of the building. So there it is there. There is the actual, let's go to define the aim of the occupational health. It's basically to keep people safe, and it is essential that emergency numbers are placed at the front entrance of the business. And there they should be there. Bring those in there. Okay. For 4 marks. Explain the difference between hazards, risks, and outcomes. You can get that information here. Hazards, risks, and outcomes. Let's go there. There we go. So there's the information there. Hazard is a trailing cable. Okay. Hazards, you can identify certain hazards. What are risks? Things like spillage, trailing cables, and then outcomes. Let's just look for outcomes. OUTCOMES. Okay, specific outcomes. There we go. So there's actually the answer there. Hazard is that, an outcome is that, and a risk is that. That's the answer to this question over here. There we go. Describe the rights and responsibilities of the employer. Why are they important? Let's go and have a look at that quickly. If rights, there we go. There's the rights and responsibilities of the employer. You'll be able to get those answers from there. Have a look there. That's on page 8 of your learner guide. So there is the answer for that one there. Discuss the possible risks and precautionary measures to take when unpacking stock. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the word stock. There we go. Customers' employees can trip and injure themselves. Small children could play with dangerous work tools. They present a shoplifting hazard. Okay, and they're the precautions there. Okay, ensure aisles are free of boxes. Unpacking and replenishing is done before or after trade as possible. Tools, equipment are not left unattended. That's quite a nice and easy one. What is the purpose of securing access areas in the workplace? Well, we secure access so that we don't have unauthorized people going to certain areas like the cash store, the stock room, and that's the pretty much a simple answer there. We prevent unauthorized access to those secure areas. Define a hazard and give 4 examples. Let's do that again. I think they were here. Now let's go for hazard. H-A-Z, hazard. So there we go. There's a hazard there. Anything with the potential to cause harm, okay? And then it asks you, the second part of the question says, and give 4 examples of a hazard. There's 4 examples there. You can choose 4 examples from that lot there. Okay, nice and easy. Describe the difference between advisory and cautionary signage. Let's go and have a look at that. V-I-S, advisory. Let's keep going. Precautionary. Let's go for precautionary. Precautionary. Let's try this. Precautions. Okay, I'm going to answer this for you because it's quite a simple one. The difference between advisory signage and cautionary signage. Advisory signage says to you, be noted and be aware of something. In other words, we're advising you that the entrance to this is only 2 meters. Cautionary signage is, be careful, we have mopping of floors going on here. So advisory signage is letting people know of certain things. There's the assembly point. There's where the fire hydrants are, whereas cautionary signage is letting an individual know to be aware that there could be a hazard or a risk taking place here, such as cautionary signages: don't light a match next to the fuel retailing pumps. Cautionary might be careful, the floors are slippery. And that would answer that question there for you. Okay. Describe the difference between emergency and safety signage. So emergency signage is telling you that if there's an emergency, there's the assembly point. Stay calm. There is the why is it doing that now? So emergency signage is telling you what to do in case of an emergency. Safety signage is advising you what to do to be safe. In other words, don't plug too many points into the power cable, or don't light a match, or walk carefully here, or that sort of thing. So we could even look it up. You might even find more information here on SSOPs. Let's just see if it says it here. No. Let me just go and get the wording. Emergency. Let's just use the word emergency. We might get a better thing. Control F, emergency. Let's have a look. Nope. So there we go. There's the difference of safety and emergency, and that's really what this one's talking about here. The difference between emergency and safety signage. You'll find the information here on page 21. So there's the definitions there. Okay, for that one. All right, explain the procedure to be followed during an armed robbery. Let's have a look what happens here. FARMED, armed robbery, armed response, armed robberies. There we go. There's the procedure in the case of an armed robbery, those areas there on page 27. All right, let's have a look on the next one here. Armed robbery. What is the responsibility of the safety committee with regards to evacuation rules? So let's have a look at the safety committee. Control F, COMMITTE. Let's have a look here. They are required to review the evacuation plan, so the information is current, review the appointed marshals, and ensure that the evacuation drills are conducted as necessary. So there we go. That's the answer to that question there. Okay. And then here are some multiple choice questions. You'll need to go through the learner guide to get the answers to these. There's too many of them for us to actually look at, but do have a look at them, and then have a look through the learner guide and see if you can, well, you need to be able to answer these things correctly. And I believe that will take you to the end of the summative assessment. You'll be given feedback here, okay? You need to sign over here and date. Please do complete this questionnaire here. All right, and then sign again over here as the learner and date it, and then you will be given feedback on this summative assessment. Thank you so much for your time, everybody, and I look forward to being with you on the next unit standard. And please chat to Rion if you have any issues, and he will also advise you when he's collecting the books according to your rollout plan. Good luck to you. Cheers.